Hello and welcome back to the Handwriting Academy. I'm your host or professor or teacher, whatever you want to call me, the OT Dad, aka Billy Hatridge. We are starting today with lesson 6, and we're going to be looking at our lowercase letters. Now, lowercase letters are by far the most difficult letters for kids to write. In fact, that makes up probably a majority of our handwriting referrals is issues with those lowercase letters. And so when you teach lowercase letters, it's important that you start off on the right foot. And again, as mentioned in the capital letter formation videos, you do not want to teach letters in alphabetical order when you're talking about writing instruction because they don't build off of prior skills. And so with Handwriting Academy, with the way that we are setting this up, and this is based primarily off the Learning Without Tears method, you start with your capital partners, and that's what lesson 6 is. It's going to be a short, real brief lesson, but when you start teaching lowercase letters, it's always helpful to start with the letters that look like their capital counterparts. So you're going to teach the letter C, the letter O, S, V, W, and then in addition to all of these letters, you can also teach and throw in the letter T, which is a little different than its capital partner, but it's kind of easy for them to remember that for the lowercase, you move it down here. So sometimes you can throw that lowercase t in with these. But what this is important for is the idea that you're teaching them sizing first, because that's one of the biggest differences between capital letters and lowercase letters is that your lowercase letters are considerably smaller. And so if you have kind of your traditional handwriting prompt, look something like this, right? You've got the two lines and you've got the dash line in the middle. Your capital C is going to be way up here, and then your lowercase c is here, right? Your capital S is way up here, and your lowercase s is here. So the only way you can tell the difference between the capital and the lowercase is because the lowercase letters are smaller. So by teaching them in this order, by jumping into lowercase letters based first off of these capital partner letters, it helps reinforce this idea that on that handwriting line, these lowercase letters all fall below that dotted line. And I know that's a hot mess there, but hopefully you can keep up with that. So you teach those letters that look like their capital versions, that are identical except that they're smaller. And this automatically reminds students that those lowercase letters are typically smaller than their capital partners. And this helps to eliminate so many of those sizing issues that we see with poor penmanship, where their letters are huge and they're floating all over the page. Getting them to be reminded that lowercase letters are typically smaller can really help. So that's it. This is a short, quick, brief video. Since they're capital partners, they're all formed the same way as they are when you taught them capitals, so it's really easy for these kids to pick up. They just make them half the size of those capitals. Thank you for tuning in to this video, Lesson 6, Capital Partners, and I will see you next week as we talk about the Magic C.